So hey everybody, Jim Bull. This is part two. My camera just stopped recording all by itself while we're out here on the Susquehannock trail system, and I was getting ready to shut it down anyhow because I want to do part two hiking out. Now I'd love to keep going, but it's going to get dark soon, and I don't know this trail system. I'm not far off the gravel road out here, so it would be easy. I have a flashlight with me. I have first aid supplies, and I have the ability to protect myself. But we're going to go this way a bit, not real far. I think this trail wraps us right back down where we came in. And this will give me two parts of video to put on my YouTube channel to share with you. Now you can see here that we had this flood as you watch. You go back and watch the first video. We had 9 inches of rain in 3 hours here about 2 weeks ago. I can imagine this was a gusher, a whitewater rafting trip coming down through here. You can see how the grass is pushed down, and that's all from water. And these mountains probably just emptied right down into these reservoirs. It was devastating. A lot of people lost their homes and personal property, and there was even some loss of life. So pray for those families if that's something that you're inclined to do. So yeah, you can see where the water was just tearing up in through here, or down over here. But yeah, it looks like this trail just loops back down around, and it'll bring us out pretty close to where we started. We're in Potter County, God's country, along the Susquehannock trail system. In well, West Branch Township is down here by Lyman Run State Park. Let's put it that way. And we're in the middle of the Susquehannock State Forest. And there's trail systems here that loop all over this county, down into Cross Forks and back up around over toward Denton Hill and beyond. And I think it's an 85-mile loop. I have to do some research and let you guys know for sure. It's an 85-mile loop that you can come in here and hike, and people spend the night out here and do 5 to 7 days, I think, if you can cover a lot of ground. You know, and that's kind of one of my, I want to do some short hikes here, and then I want to go out and see what I can do in a day. You know, can I go 5, 7, 10, 15 miles? I don't know. What trips your trigger? I guess it depends on the terrain and how well prepared or how in shape I get for it. It's got to move, right? Debbie would love to come out here with me, but I know that some of these trails are going to be tough for her. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and she can't like bend her ankles and things like that a lot of times. And I just think that as much as she'd love to be out here, she's here in spirit. So, and we want to work on that a little bit, and hopefully some things can turn around there for her. But she's able to come out here and spend some time with me, because I'd love that. I'm going to stop talking for just a few minutes and walk and see if we can't come up on anything. Thought I heard like a whistle behind me. Animals are smart, man. They're tricky. They'll wait till you go by them and then they'll cross your path. Filming on my trusty Sony. Not sure what the model of this camera is. On here somewhere, DSC-HX80. Sorry for the visual into the sky. Had this camera for probably 5 years. Seen its better day. We did a lot of filming out on the ATV trails. Dust is hard on this equipment. Keep getting the feeling something's behind me. See Lyman Run down here. We're not far from that again. Just a short little loop today, peeps. Wanted to bring you out here, and I wanted to get some exercise and just get some video rolling. If you can like and subscribe our channel, subscribe to our channel. We're fixing to bring you some really cool stuff in the really near future here. So I used to publish a motorcycle racing magazine on print, and we got into some digital stuff, and then COVID shut that all down with closures of events and businesses. We never fully made a recovery from that, so we had a good 19-year run, and we shut her down. And I moved away from the area that I used to cover motorcycle racing, and I enjoy doing that again, but I have such a ways to travel, and we live in this beautiful country here, God's country in Potter, Tioga counties. We want to bring the outdoors to you, and some other stuff too. Always look where you're walking when you're out here. Like I said, snakes are probably our most dangerous adversary out here, the rattlesnakes, and they don't mean to hurt you, but if you step on one or close to one, he's going to nail you. Then what? So I should check out my app again here and see exactly what's going on or where we're at, if we can. Okay, I'm getting farther away from my vehicle, and I don't know that this trail, I missed a turn maybe, that this trail is going to get me where I need to be. We're going to go a little further this way, and then we might just bushwhack. See the red dot there, the creeks and the main gravel roads out there. We might just bushwhack across there rather than backtracking. Because bushwhacking is always fun, and I don't need to end up on the backside of Lyman Lake today. If I had to walk the whole way around that and back, it would be a little bit of a hike. So let's see what we can see. And that's the thing you got to watch. You know, I downloaded this map offline because I knew there would be no cell service here. But even the trail system isn't accurate on the app, so it's close. and I'm by no means lost, but you rely on these things to get you to go where you want to go, and then it doesn't take you where you thought. So we're just traipsing down through here a little bit to see if you know, we could certainly get across the creek, but how thick and wet is it traipsing back over through there is the million-dollar question. So yeah, maybe we go back where we came from, huh? And there should be a connector. Maybe I missed it. Back over through here and see if we can connect back in without having to go back up the mountain a little bit. Haven't seen any animal tracks, or humans for that matter, since we came off the creek bed. And lots of times this isn't where you see the wildlife because the humans do come through quite a bit. Man, even a chipmunk or a squirrel would be cool, anything moving. So here I got a yellow blaze on this tree. So maybe I should learn about my blazes, right? Before I just come out here wandering aimlessly. It's always good to be prepared. That's a Boy Scout motto, right? Be prepared. It's never necessarily been a Jim Bull motto, but kids don't try this at home, right? Isn't that cool how that tree just fell? See the bark? That's all hollow. The core of the tree fell right out of there. Either that or Bigfoot pushed it over. What do you think, huh? Drop a comment. Is Bigfoot real? Have you ever experienced a Bigfoot sign or a sighting? You've been out and heard things you didn't know what they were? Maybe. I really think that if I bushwhacked across there, I'd come back out onto the trail, or a trail that would get me back down to where I want to be. Not that far off, probably 100 yards up the hill here, and I'd be right on track. But let's cut across and see what happens, right? Always makes it more fun. And when you do things like this is when you really need to be careful to look for rattlesnakes and other things creeping along the ground that aren't necessarily out here to get you, but they're just here. And here's this culvert. We were up at the top of this thing where I talked about water coming, gushing. Be able to see it a little better over here. See how the rocks are all washed smooth. You can tell they've been cleaned by lots of water recently. Right on up through there. So and that trail was a little tough to see over in here, so I gotta watch. Again, I'm off trail, so we're not gonna see any trail markers probably, unless we get lucky and find one on a tree coming or going. Because the trail was a little difficult to distinguish there for short ways. Let's go down this way. I think it's right over here on the other side of this little tree line. Again, more water running down off the mountain. My trail's right over here. I'm almost on top of it and don't realize it. So hey, if you want to learn more about this trail system, just search Susquehannock State Forest in Pennsylvania or Department of Conservation and Natural Resources here in Pennsylvania.